Terms in this unit. Okay, so a tram car. Okay, you know what is meant by a tram car? Is equipped with two motors. Okay, so a tram car is equipped with two motors that are operated in parallel. Okay, these two motors are operated in parallel. The resistance is also in parallel. So the resistance of each motor is zero point 0.5 ohms. Okay. So here we have two motors and the resistance of each motor is zero point 0.5 ohms. You have to calculate the current drawn from the supply mains. Okay. Of around 450 volts when okay the supply from the mains is around 450 volts and you have to determine the current drawn from this supply. Okay, when car is running at a steady state speed of around 45 kilometers per hour. Okay, so this tram car is running at a speed of 45 kilometers per hour and each motor is developing a tractive effort of 1600 newton. Okay, tractive effort is given, that is f of t, that is 1600 newton. The frictional windage and other losses. Okay, the frictional windage and other losses are assumed to be 3000 watts per motor. Okay, for each motor the frictional windage and other losses means in on the whole we can say these are all these are constant losses. Okay, so constant losses are around 3000 watts per motor. Okay. So resistance of the motor is given for each motor, that is zero point 0.5 ohms. Voltage across each motor means supply mains voltage. Okay. Supply main voltage is given, that is 450 volts. Reactive effort is 1600 newton and you can write down the speed, steady state speed is 45 kilometers per hour and reactive effort f of t is 1600 newton. Okay, and the constant losses 3000 watts per motor in the given data. Okay, so just write it down as soon as you complete in form. Completed. Make it fast. Type NC if you have not completed. If you have not completed, type NC. Okay. Did you complete inform? Okay. Okay then. So, so the steady state speed is given, that is 45 kilometers per hour. Okay. So give some notation Vm. It is the maximum speed. Okay. So Vm equal to 45 kilometers per hour, and the frictional windage and other losses are assumed to be 3000 watts. So what I am going to write here is constant losses. Okay, so I'm assuming it. So you can in general you can write as constant losses are 3000 watts. So power output for each motor formula is known to you, Ft into Vm by 3600. Ft is what, reactive effort, that is 1600, and Vm is what, 45. So just substitute it here. You will get 20 kilowatts. Okay, you can rewrite it as 2000 watts. I'm sorry, 20,000 watts. Okay, so copper losses are I square R. R you already know, R is given, resistance for the motor is given, that is zero 0.5 ohms. Okay, I square into zero 0.5. Just write it down as soon as you complete in form. Okay, I like alignments. So you people just write it down. As soon as you complete, inform. You try to solve those expressions and verify your answers with the answers that I am showing here. Did you complete? So in the problem, they have asked you to determine the current. We don't know current. That's why. I have written here copper loss equal to I square Rm, but I don't know the value of R. And of course, I don't know the copper losses. Okay. So copper losses is equal to I square into 0.5. That's what I can write because I didn't even know the copper losses as well as I don't know the current value. Okay. Did you complete? My screen is lost. Okay, completed. Very good. Okay. So now, um, of course, we are unable to determine the copper losses because we don't know the current. But copper loss is equal to 0.5 I square. I can write, and I have constant losses per motor, that is 3000 watts, and I have output power for each motor, that is 20,000 watts. Okay. So if I know the input, okay, if I know the output and if I know the total losses of a machine, okay, I can determine some unknown terms. Okay, if I know either, even means you already know input is equal to output plus losses. Okay, so if I know the output and losses, I can determine the input. If I know the input and losses, I can determine the output. Okay, so in either way you can determine. If you know the two terms, you can determine the other third term. Okay, but here we don't know the copper losses. We know constant losses. We know the output. Okay, what about the input? Input is what? V into I. What is V? V is what? V is supply main voltage is 450 volts. So 450 into I will be our V value. Of course, we don't know I. Okay. So 450 into I equal to is input. Input is equal to output. Output is what? 20,000 watts plus losses. Losses are what? Copper losses plus constant losses. Copper losses are I square into 0.5 means 0.5 square plus 3000. So you can see that in this next slide. So motor input is equal to motor output plus constant losses plus copper losses. Motor input is what? V into I, input power. V into I. V is 450 into I don't know the I value. And motor output, power output, P out is 20,000 watts. Constant losses are given in the problem, that is 3000 plus copper losses are 0.5 I square. So I forgot this. Okay, 0.5 square is my copper losses. Okay, so if you look at this expression, okay, so all numerical values except this I, so you can determine the I. Okay, so you can rearrange all these terms and send all the terms to the to one side, and you can simplify. If you simplify it, you will get 0.5 square minus 450 I plus 23,000 equal to 0. Okay, so it's a quadratic equation. You know how to simplify a quadratic equation to determine the unknown term. Okay, so using your calculator, you just do that, and you will get I equal to 54.39 amperes. So this is the current for each motor. Okay, but two motors are there connected in parallel to the main supply here. Okay, they are connected in parallel to each other. So the total current that is drawn from the main supply will be divided into two parts here. Okay, so one current will flow through one motor, other current, the divided current will flow to the another current. But summation of those two currents will be the total current which is coming from the main supply. Okay, so you have determined the current in each motor here. So since we have two motors, 2 into the whatever current value that you have got, you just multiply it, you will get the total current drawn from the motor. So 2 into 54.39, you will get 108.78 amperes. Okay, so since we have only two motors which are connected in parallel, I have multiplied the current in each motor with 2. Okay, if there were 3 motors connected in parallel to the supply, then I might have written here 3, and as the number of motors connected in parallel increase, this value will also increase. Okay, I hope you have understood. You just solve on your own. You just check whether you are getting this current the same value or not. Okay. Of course, after point, depending on the number of digits that you have set in your calculator, this value may vary. Okay. You may get 3.37 or 38 or 39, or some of you may even get 0.4. Okay. So it's not important. Okay. So it depends on the number of digits that you set after a point in your calculator. So you just solve on your own and check the answer. As soon as you complete, you just inform me. Completed? Very good. Completed or no? Okay. Completed? Okay then. Okay, let us solve one more problem. Okay. Okay. A locomotive exerts a tractive effort of 35,000 Newton in halting a train at 50 kilometers per hour on the level track. Okay. So, in order to halt a train on the level track, okay, on the railway track, of course, okay. So that railway track is a level track, okay. So the locomotive exerts a tractive effort of 35,000 Newton. Okay. And the train is running at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour. Okay. And if the motor is to haul the same train on a gradient of 1 in 50, okay, percentage gradient is given, there is 1 by 50 into 100, you will get percentage gradient. And the tractive effort required is 55,000 Newton. Determine the power delivered by the locomotive if it is driven by DC series motor and induction motor. Okay, so here a locomotive is nothing but the motor that is connected inside the train. Okay, so the train is running due to the motor inside it. Okay, so the locomotive inside the train, it exerts a tractive effort of 35,000 Newton in order to stop the train at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour on the level track. If this motor which is inside the train, it has to stop the train on a gradient of 1 in 50 and the tractive effort required is 50,000 per Newton, then you have to determine the power delivered by this locomotive. Okay. If the motor of the locomotive is a DC series motor, or if the motor of the locomotive that is within the train is induction motor. Okay. So let us check that. So how much power is delivered by this locomotive if it is driven by DC series motor or induction motor? Okay. So tractive effort is given of the locomotive. Locomotive is motor. 30,000 Newton. Maximum speed is given, that is 50 kilometers per hour. And the required tractive effort is given. Required tractive effort. Okay. That's 55,000 Newton. And percentage gradient is given. Okay. So even though data, whatever data is given in the problem, it depends on what is asked in the problem. Okay. So it is not necessary that since they have mentioned so and so data in the problem, there is no need to use the whole data to determine what you need. Okay. So it depends. You know, in order to determine, suppose if you want to determine output power, the formula is Ft into Vm by 3600. Okay, there you need only Ft and Vm. Okay, you don't need any other data. Okay, so don't always keep in your mind that depending on what is asked, okay, so the required data for the asked problem is there in the question or not. Okay, that's all. That's more than sufficient. It is not necessary for, since so and so data has been given in the problem, you must by some or the other means you have to implement it in the in solving your problem. Okay, it's not necessary. So write it down as soon as you complete in form. Okay. So whenever if you have these two terms, that is Ft, that is tractive effort and maximum speed, you can determine the power output. That you just remember that. So P out formula is what? Ft into Vm by 3600. Ft is what? 35000 into Vm is 50 by 3600. You just simplify it, you will get 486.11 kilowatts. Okay. So if you want, you can convert this into watts and you can use it. Okay, I don't want to convert, I have left it as it is. Okay, now here they have mentioned in the problem that there are the locomotive is driven by either DC series motor or induction motor. So we have to determine the power delivered by the locomotive when it is driven or an induction. Let us start with DC series motor. Okay, so power delivered by the locomotive up to the on up gradient track with the DC series motor. Formula is P out into root of the tractive effort required by the tractive effort already exerted on the train on the level track. Okay, so the tractive effort required is 55,000 and the tractive effort delivered to hold the train is 35,000. Okay, and P out just now we have calculated P out for each motor, output power for each motor is 486.11. Okay, so you just simplify it, you will get 609.37 kilowatt. Okay, so solve it and you check the values. Inform as soon as you complete. Completed? Okay. Now, edit it. Okay, so since the power output is proportional to root of t and root of f of t, okay, so Ft is the torque and f of t is the tractive effort, okay, so its power output is directly proportional to the tractive effort, therefore the power delivered the locomotive on up gradient with the induction motor will be equal to P out into, okay, Ft required by Ft, which is exerted on the train on the level track by this locomotive. Okay, so 486.11 into Ft required is 55,000 by Ft 35,000. You just simplify it, you will get 763.8875. Okay. Okay. So this for this case when the motor is DC series motor, okay, so for that case the output power is proportional to root T and as well as the torque, root of the torque as well as the root of the tractive effort, whereas for the induction motor the output will be directly proportional to the torque and f of t. Okay, so Ft, not f of t. Ft means tractive effort. Okay, that's why this formula, that is 486.11 into 55000 by 35000. Okay, so I didn't read this statement. with the induction motor as 763.8875 watts, and power delivered by the locomotive on up gradient with DC series motor is 609.37 kilowatt. So this is what is asked in the problem. They have asked you to determine the power delivered by the locomotive when it is run by an induction motor, when it is run by an DC series motor.